God damn it, dude.
Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
Shane.
And 'tis the season for scary movies. So we are here. Shane has never seen Sam Raimi's The Evil Dead.
Never. I've seen Burn Notice. I love that.
That's Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
He's in that. But Raimi's not attached. You have seen Raimi's Spider-Man films.
I have. And he also did the most recent Doctor Strange movie, which I really liked. And he put a lot of his horror stuff in it, too. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Yeah, I have seen it. I was at the theaters.
Or did we see it? Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I understand a lot of people thought it was really wonky, but I think that's just kind of...
What's his style?
It's his style.
Yeah.
Like when she was like chasing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts.
That was
really?
Pure Raimi.
It was really cool.
It was really, straight out of some things that you will later see.
Funny enough, real quick, we were on a walk in between filming our last thing and this, and it started sprinkling, and we decided to brave through it. Then it started pouring down the rain.
Because ahead of us in the distance, the sky was sunny.
Yeah,
and it was actually like there was just kind of a gray cloud that would just look kind of misty.
Yeah.
By the time we made it 200 yards, the rain was very fucking heavy.
It was pouring.
Yes. And we walked back, drenched this walk of shame, with the neighbors watching us as we went. His uncle laughing.
Good time for a walk, huh?
Yeah, his uncle laughing. Like straight out of a Adam Sandler film.
Yeah. Disclosure, I don't like scary movies at all.
It is not.
Now, I like good movies if they're good, but if they're scary for the sake of being scary or
this is Raimi's
or gory,
kind of a breakout film.
Okay, so you might see me cringe or cover my eyes. That's just who I am.
It was a short film to promote
this film.
Well, not really to promote it because they hadn't made it yet, but to try to get investor interest.
Yes.
And so it was called Within the Woods.
Okay.
And they made that film. They got some viewings or screenings or what have you. Were able to attract some investors, including themselves. Like they invested a lot of money too.
Yes.
Campbell actually was a contributor, and because of his production responsibilities, and the time he had to dedicate to the film, he was actually cast as Ash Williams, the lead role, because he's the only one that could stay for the entirety of the production.
Oh.
Out of all the actors.
Ash Williams. That's his name.
That's the character's name, yes.
And Ash vs. Evil Dead is like the sequel series, right?
To this and Evil Dead 2.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, they could not reference Army of Darkness in Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Oh.
It must have something to do with whoever owns the rights, the distribution rights and things like that.
That's always fun.
Yeah, so it gets messy between this and the second film because you're going to find out.
Okay.
Some shit has to be changed because he didn't own the rights, I think, or distribution rights or something to this.
Oh.
And they had to change shit up.
That's always fucked up. Like look at X-Men and the Marvel Universe, Spider-Man, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So thankfully we got great Spider-Man movies independently of the MCU, and we got great X-Men movies independently of the MCU. Mm-hmm. But when the MCU came and when it was at its height, it was like, man, it'd be great to have those characters.
Well, as far as this goes, it launched both of their careers.
Yeah.
And it kind of made Campbell a pop culture icon.
Okay. And
I was having a discussion at work the other day with someone about him and his rise, and he didn't really become like this huge actor. He just became a pop culture icon almost, and then was able to.
But that gives you power.
Leverage that and get roles.
Yeah.
But he kind of makes it a point of pride to be a B-movie actor.
Well, I also know, and I read this in an interview, or maybe it was in his book, and because I saw him at Comic-Con doing book signings, just that he lives on a ranch.
He has one in Oregon. Because he's originally from Michigan.
And he's got a lot of property. Mm-hmm. And he never goes to L.A. or anything like that. He says, this is my life here. And
keeps to himself.
Yeah, and he really keeps to himself. And there's a lot more to it that I can't remember, but it was really interesting. I
did read that.
It was very down to earth. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. I like the fact that he's kept it. I bought his books here recently and started reading through them. And he talks about
we got to watch Burn Notice.
It's dedicated. I want to. Yeah. I figured it's going to happen here. So,
it's funny, we're watching a scary movie. It's actually thundering. You might be able to hear that. Hope it doesn't get too distracting, but it doesn't
get too scary.
It's just what it is. I legit don't like scary movies, but so we'll see. I'll just be covering my eyes. Now, I did love a lot more than I thought. Haunting of Hill House. That was incredible. Mm-hmm. Tarantino said that was the best thing he's ever watched on Netflix too.
Yeah, and that's not It's not like one of those slasher films or something. I mean, it gives you creep vibes.
I think it's because when I was at St. Mary's,
you don't see people getting tortured.
Yeah, like there were like kids that were watching like Freddy vs. Jason, all this stuff. I remember thinking, who the fuck wants to watch this? Like, and then like that kind of got in my head. I actually watched Scream last year, which is on the channel, and by now Scream 2 might have been up. I don't know, because we plan to watch Scream 2 eventually. But as of yet, it hasn't been filmed. I liked the first Scream. It was actually just like a parody. Not a parody. It was like a comedy almost. Mm-hmm. Just all these really like good-looking teenagers.
Yeah.
And it was like a funny, weird movie. You know, I really liked the first.
Sometimes that's a good a good.
It wasn't trying to be like this
delivery.
Disgusting thing. Like the Saw movies, I don't think I like those at all.
All right, everyone. Before we jump in here, the fucking shit. All right, everyone, before we jump in here, if you like us, like and subscribe. You can find our Patreon and find this full-length, uncut reaction, if and you like.
Feels indie.
Well, it's shot with a 16mm and enlarged to 35.
You know what's interesting? You figure by now there'd be a cut of this movie, widescreen, because they're always shot in widescreen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, much younger he looks.
Wow, Jesus. Yeah, Chet.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
The Oldsmobile.
That's a zombie. It's moving fast.
Hey, Ash, where are we?
Well, we just crossed the Tennessee border. Which would put us...
Yeah. Here. I'll go to hell. I'm not honking at you.
Oh, what? They're being nice.
Jesus Christ.
It's a good shot.
Hey, Scotty, what's this place
Well, because
like
lots of
anyway?
times the actors don't drive anymore because of all these.
Rules.
You mean nobody's seen this place yet?
Oh, not yet.
Actually, it might be kind of nice.
It's when he
Yeah.
sounds so much different now.
He does. It's amazing how much different your voice sounds when you're young.
Yeah.
This is the bridge we're gonna cross.
Jesus Christ, the whole thing's falling apart.
Don't let the noise fool you, girls. This thing is solid as a rock.
Dude. That was a hell of a cut. Would you cross that bridge again? I mean, dude, they're literally off-road now. So are any of these other actors? Did they ever become anything? Because I don't really recognize them.
I think the actress... Well, I do know the actress that plays his sister returns.
I think when they ran over the stick and then the person driving behind ran over the stick and made the sound.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I didn't have the typical university experience, but I couldn't imagine wanting to go to one of these things.
They actually found this on location as abandoned in Morristown, Tennessee.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So they just used it. Have you got like a cabin out? You know, like renting a cabin?
Mm-mm.
Like go with like with a girl or your family or your friends or anything?
I've rented cabins in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area. But they're always in a little group with other ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Look at that dust. Mm-hmm. What if they put a little bit of smoke in here to...
Give the effect.
Yeah. You know when you're a kid and you think of the teenage experience, you really feel it's unique to you.
Mm-hmm. But it's not.
Yeah, like you look at your parents and you think like there's no fucking way they were to like run around having fun, being goofy. But you know what I mean? Like, can you even imagine your dad doing it now?
No, I'm sure he wouldn't run around drinking and partying and carrying on. I mean, to the extent.
My dad told me my dad was exactly like me. Like,
Yeah.
just, I mean, he didn't have ADHD or whatever, but like he said he was always at friend's house or with friends. Like, all his friends were always over at grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know, he'd be like standing up on a chair making everyone laugh in the cafeteria. And I just can't imagine now.
No. Going out of him.
Vietnam took it. This place looks like a hellhole.
He said it was cheap.
I wonder if that bridge is going to come back, like, later on. April O'Neil here. A little farmhouse, drawing stuff. What the fuck? This should be happening already?
It's a short movie, so. If you're pressing hard enough, you're not going to draw on shit. It's just going to fucking...
Is her hand, like, possessed? I mean, I know it is, but, like, the black... Okay. Okay, it's getting more veiny looking. Dude, you tell everyone and we get the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Two tarim.
Which means?
Party down!
You know, when you watch something like this, you think, well, we can make a movie nowadays, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is, it's still down there.
Let's just close it up. It's probably just some animal.
An animal? That is the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Jesus. Here, Cheryl, why don't you go down and check, make sure.
Scotty, I'm not going down there.
Okay, you cowards. I'll go. Back in a minute.
Turn the light on and then, like, peek your head and...
Hey, Scotty, you find anything? Scotty.
Huh. Unique not hearing him, like, scream or pretend to scream and then, like, I'm just kidding, and he gets pulled under.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Scotty! Scott!
Shotty's got a fat ass. I know he ain't gonna die. So.
Yeah, we're all safe there.
Yeah. Got some nice boat shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I like about horror movies from a technical standpoint is it takes a really skilled filmmaker, I think. Like, you got to really have a good grasp on all the ways you can tap into the audience, like by the use of sound and lighting. And
If you're not going to give them something that somehow pays all homage to everything they love about them and still make it enjoyable, to make something new and refreshing.
See, part of me feels like something's more prone to jump out now because it's earlier within the genre.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now I wouldn't expect something to be there. But now I don't fucking know. I feel like something's gonna jump the fuck out. God damn it, dude.
Hey, come here, I want to show you something.
I did not expect that at all.
I bet this still shoots. Probably does.
Don't be an idiot.
Oh, God. Look at this.
Open it! What the fuck is that? Weird looking skulls. I think in the Ash vs. Evil Dead, I'm pretty sure I saw some demonic, like really demonic things, like in the trailer.
Yes.
Okay.
This kind of looks like your old girlfriend. I'll grab the recorder, and you get everything else. Now.
Go together, Lord. So the thing the girl drew?
This is the tape I found downstairs.
Come on.
It has been a number of years since I began excavating the ruins of Kandar with a group of my colleagues. Here I continued my research undisturbed by the myriad distractions of modern civilization.
Just leave now, right?
The book is bound in human flesh and inked in human blood.
So where's Kandar at?
It deals with
This is
demons,
Sumerian practices.
demon resurrection.
But it had to be in Sumeria, right?
roam the forest. The first few pages warn that these
Yeah, a different continent,
creatures may
right?
lie dormant, but are never
That
truly
guy said they
dead.
found them.
They may be
There.
recalled to
He's a
active
professor.
life through the
Scott, come on. Roll them up, man. Hey, Hey, come on, I just want to hear the rest of it. No big deal.
Azarta. Tatir.
Oh, God.
Mansizon Hazan Sobar.
At that point, I would personally think, I don't need this shit.
Do you think that as a recording, it kind of breaks the rules as far as summoning demons? You know what I mean? No one's reading it presently.
Yeah, like intention. You're saying intention should be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Scott, you knew not to play that.
But I also get that none of them would know how to read the damn book.
Yeah.
Hey, don't give me that. You were playing it too. You could have shut it off. I mean, it's just a joke. Come on.
So do they rent this motherfucker or what?
Yeah.
From who?
Why don't we stay up for a while and listen to the story?
All right, yeah. Let me check on Cheryl first to make sure she's okay.
Check on the depth of focus on this lens. Ugh. I was gonna say, are they trying not to?
Oh. Stealing from the blind, huh?
This is something you get at Spencer's.
Hectic. This is really the first
You can
chance
slip that thing over her damn head. You don't need to
Yeah.
take it
You
apart.
get over her hair, though.
Yeah.
Drag it. Well, it picked up.
Oh, actual fire there. That's nice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And good ventilation. Everyone will be dying of carbon dioxide. Used to happen in castles sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, titties and shit. She's
That'd
the
be a
chick.
good horror film
She's that
without
chick
it,
with the big ass, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
That place would sound like a frat house. It didn't look. That cabin looked small as hell from the outside. I guess I just feel like if I heard that before, I would assume that I'm crazy. I'd just leave where I was.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
So you can have this scene.
Is anybody out there?
What? Come on.
Who does
Dude, for one thing, you got your shoes on. Like, you wearing house slippers. Come on. You're going to get ticks on you. And then you're not going to be able to eat meat. That's the only thing I think about now. Is I don't want to get that disease and you can't eat meat for the rest of your life.
Is it the rest of your life? Or is it like just for a long time?
I think it's the rest of your life. It makes you allergic to it. Like it rewires your DNA.
She's venturing very far off.
I know someone's out there.
Well, then go. Fucking, I just did the eye close. It's my new thing. It's like that. Boom. Don't do it. Yeah. Just boom like that. Boom. It's gotta be like a big, huge force. Don't just get out. Get out from where you are. Get out of there. Oh no. The tree's part of the problem. Oh. I can't celebrate like a woman's body if it's like this. I just can't do it. What? Okay. I was going towards her private part. Oh. Nice titty, but still.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no! Oh. This is fucked up, man. Oh.
Good opener.
It's weird because the acting...
He's like, it's weird because I can't look away.
No, the acting choice for her, it didn't seem like...
She's being raped by a tree.
It seemed like for 3 seconds she was enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I always wonder, like, when this is happening, what do they see when they turn around? You gotta be there by now, dude.
Long walk.
Fucking, there was a granddaddy long leg in here the other day. I keep thinking it's crawling on me. It's freaking me out.
They don't want to hurt you.
Fucking tree branch, Zach. Come through the window. I was gonna put a stick in my penis.
I don't think it's where it would put the stick.
The key, woman.
It started as a
You're not gonna hear anything. Come on. People, they be freaking out.
People inside.
Hell yeah. I always wonder how fast I can do this sometimes. Like if you're panicked. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, it's one of them. Shit. At this point, you jump through the window. So was that like an invisible force, is my question.
Did something in the woods do this to you?
No, it was the woods themselves.
Ash, why don't I take her in the back room so she can lie down?
Are you nuts? Come on. If someone went through that.
Cheryl, there's nothing out there. Trees do not attack people.
Ashley, will you drive me into town or not?
What, right now?
I want to get out of this place right now.
I'd be fucking holding on. If I was her, I'd be holding on to his ass. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I do want her to be vindicated. But I know people do have to die as well. I think they do, right?
You will see.
I want to make a horror movie, or no one dies, Zach.
It wouldn't be very horrible, would it?
It could be horrifying. I'm trying to think if there's any one thing.
No one has to die, but they can get through some horrible shit.
Oh, yeah, like fucking... Yeah, like in... I mean, it's spoiler. Insidious, the family, no one dies in the family. Mm. But it's a frightening movie.
Well, in The Shining, you only see one person die.
Yeah.
I know it's not going to start. It's not going to let us leave.
Dude, he gives that look in Burn Notice.
Yeah.
We're gonna go across that shitty ass bridge now. Gonna leave her ass there.
Where are you going?
Nope, I'd stay in there to lock the doors. What's that? What's this? Oh, it's a car. She's that far?
After this shit happened to you, wouldn't you be like, any tree or any kind of shit like that?
Yeah,
happens?
fuck yeah. Like, it just... I think I wouldn't be traumatized once I got out of there, but I don't know. Like, maybe I would be. Maybe I'd be...
Imagine a tree fucking... They wrapped you up and shoved a branch up your ass.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that affect you in some way?
Yeah, no, I feel like I'd have to. So the bridge is destroyed now.
Get a hold of yourself.
I mean, is that a creek or a river? Why would you even listen to that shit?
The only way to stop those possessed by the spirits of the book is through the act of bodily dismemberment.
Hearts. Oh my God, 7 of hearts. You're right.
Hey, Ash, I guessed the card right.
Yeah, truly amazing, Linda.
I don't know.
Queen of Spades.
CIA was messing with that shit.
4 of hearts. 8 of spades.
Jesus.
You disturbed our sleep, awakened us from our ancient slumber. You will die, like the others before you.
Damn it. Look at his
she's like, what the fuck?
He does that look in Burn Notice. It's like eyes get real big. Well, fucking, what do you think? What do you just see? Trust what you just saw. Oh, no! You don't see that shit? Come on! Oh, dude, that's disgusting.
Pretty good effect, isn't it?
You don't move! You kidding me? How many times I had to do that before they got it right? Dude, stop her. Lord, a guy with an axe. Where's he at?
Sure, stop it.
We're getting the fuck out of here, guys. Dude, she looks worse. Help his ass. What are these people doing?
not helping them. I mean, the person's pretty much done for, I guess, after they're possessed. So. It's like Harrison Ford right there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he does. A poor man's Harrison Ford. I mean, how would everyone not be sleeping in the same room? Like, oh,
yeah, I just goes to bed normally after that.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you be freaking the fuck out? I mean, your
Yeah.
friend, his sister.
That's his sister?
Yeah, is locked up in the goddamn basement.
I mean, do they have what they need there for her? Like that?
And then in the morning, we'll get in the car, and we'll take the bridge. And
Does she keep making those horrible noises?
I don't know.
Don't look at her. You're actually get possessed too.
Hey, what happened to her eyes?
Jesus. Good Lord.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Oh, how could you say that? See, that fireplace and fire poker are going to come into... You feel like it would come into play.
Go to bed and get some sleep, okay?
Are you nuts? Well, you don't get up fucking immediately? Ash doesn't get up like, what the fuck was that? I'm talking about like the choice,
in general?
like the creative choice to.
What?
I'll come on this side. Nope, Zach.
Just waiting for it.
What the fuck's Ash doing? I don't know what's going on in there.
It's guarding Linda's door.
Oh, what the hell?
Thank you. I don't know what I would have done if I had remained on those hot coals, burning my pretty flesh. You have pretty skin.
Jesus. No, that's terrible. Get your ass out, man. Come on. What's the point of all those push-ups?
You can't lift the bloody load.
No, Zach.
Got the old buck knife.
Oh, God. Ugh. What's she doing? What the fuck is going on, dude? Don't... Dude, I can't watch this shit. This drives me crazy. I wonder the choice to put it in her behind.
Her back, you mean?
Yeah, like... Dude. That is terrible. Dude, chop her head off. I just wouldn't be concerned about her at this point. I just feel
Process it.
That is awful. I feel like my fight or flight would be on, though. Like, I feel like they're like... Ooh,
doing something.
Get away from the window. Put her in a fire. That's it. Dude. Bam. Oh,
he's like...
So once it doesn't...
That dude's just fucking done.
That is just fucked up, dude. Oh.
There's Shelley. She's a friend of ours.
Ah, she's dead.
Is he losing his mind or what?
You'll see.
Oh, nope. He's possessed, isn't he?
You'll see.
I would not agree to this if I was Ash. I mean, hey, I'm staying here. I'm taking the axe. I'm going to be in the corner of the room. Yeah, that's efficient. Just like doing like that. That's so fucking hard to dig unless you use your feet.
Yeah, I know. They barely got her in the ground is the funny part.
We don't even know if there is any other way back besides a bridge.
Well, maybe there's a hiking trail or an old road or some other way around the cliff.
Linda cannot walk with her leg like that. She can't even stand up.
Well, then we'll leave her here. Until we can send somebody back.
What are you, crazy?
Look, I'm getting out.
My
I don't care
girlfriend's
what
dead.
happens to her. I'm getting the hell out of here right now.
Oh, he's dead.
And then who will lock you up in the cellar?
I thought I was going to see some bare asses, some titties. I saw a glimpse of it.
Saw a glimpse of a couple tits. One tit per woman.
Yeah, but that one didn't count. She was going nuts. She was getting raped. It doesn't do it for me. Okay, that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what to think now. Is he...
Help me.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be just fine. You'll see.
This is a weird fucking movie, Zach. I'm just saying.
It's not gonna let us leave. Cheryl was right.
Scotty, listen to me, please, for God's sake! Scott!
Come on. Ash, I don't want to die. You're not gonna leave me, are you, Ash? Are you?
I don't want to die. You're not going to leave me here, are you? Are you, Ash?
Is there a way around the bridge?
There's a way. The trail. Don't you see, Ash? They're alive!
He looks like he's going to start transforming.
Shut up!
Jesus! Well, I don't really care.
After you've seen everything that's happened?
Killer ass.
To get the white effect on their eyes, they had to wear these like glass lenses.
Yeah. He can't do it, can he?
Oh, Ash, help me, please.
Now that might fuck me up a little bit. I don't think I dropped my gun. I'll be asking questions.
Help me, please. Let me out of here. Ashley? Ash, help me. Let me out of here. I'm all right now. Unlock this chain and let me out.
What would you do, Shane?
I wouldn't do that.
Draw a line.
I would have dropped my gun and hugged her.
Yeah.
I'd have my gun and I'd make her keep her distance until I fucking sorted my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Are you really gonna do that? Would you do that?
Fuck no, I wouldn't do that.
Fucking Scotty. What the hell is he? What's up with him?
Bleeding out on the couch, man.
Oh, God!
I'm all right now, Ashley.
Oh!
Mouth.
It's like a wrestling move, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fish hook.
You bastards! Why are you torturing me like this?
Jeez.
Here.
I couldn't trust her ass out there.
No.
We'll all be going home together. Wouldn't you like to be going home? Bet you'd like that, wouldn't you?
You get an artery, you're just fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. He just lingers on her. Oh, good lord. In the back again? Just caused enough trouble in that basement. So they're limited still to their mortal bodies in terms of their strength, it looks like, right? Because she can't break open that.
Yeah, I'd say you think about what it took for Cheryl to punch through the floor.
Well, I guess you're right. Well, then she could keep going through the floor, though, right?
That's what I'm saying. The rules aren't quite as established as they are later in the series.
Okay. I can't believe he's doing this.
Okay.
She'd be alright chained up there. How's she gonna get out? That's how Luke felt.
After him.
The Last Jedi. I kind of get it, but I just... She's gonna be gone, Zach, isn't she?
I'd definitely be, if I was doing that and making the decision he's making now, I would be facing her when I dig.
If I didn't know anything, I would assume he's gonna die in this movie.
Remember earlier when they're playing that game?
Oh, yeah.
It would take forever to dig a hole, a square point shovel.
Hell yeah, it would. You think this is what got him the Spider-Man job?
He's a pretty prolific director.
Take that shovel with you. Where's the shotgun? Where's the axe? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. He hasn't thought all this through yet.
Oh. Dude! I feel like they wouldn't have got my ass. No, she'd be cooked. Just because of the
momentum.
Like the limitations of the human body.
I will say as the series goes on, there's a little more endurance to them.
Oh. There's two of these things buried here, right? Oh. Oh, good lord. Dude, this is disgusting. Ugh. Should be more blood in his face. Jesus.
We'll address that.
What are you doing at this point? Are you just gonna run?
I mean, you stuck around this long.
That's your sunk cost argument, Zach.
You think you'd feel
not for this though?
What's that?
Not for this though.
But do you think you'd feel some responsibility now? These fucking things are out there.
If I'm thinking, I guess I'd feel this is evil is bound to this place.
You'd assume it was.
I would assume it was based on. I think it happens during intense moments.
Mm-hmm.
They do look really awful.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. You shut that shit earlier. Come on, dude. Yeah, there's a hole in the wall back there.
Mm-hmm. The subtitles fucking up.
Okay, that was like it made it just a little bit more intense. Would you go down there?
Do you think I would go down there?
No.
There you go. Really cool shot. The imagery.
Yeah.
Shut up! All of us! Shut up!
Ash, how sweet of you.
God forgive me, Linda.
So the act of bodily dismemberment.
Ugh. My clock and liver used to make that sound.
Yeah.
The way time passes in the show, it feels like it'd be light now, kind of, doesn't it? Don't go near the windows. I know he's losing it too.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I'd be afraid of is what happened to them is going to happen to me. Like that possession.
Mm-hmm. Stroll Ruth the Campbell's back, the fucking mirror.
Yeah. Little necklace.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, those things would kill you. Oh God. That's why I wouldn't be by the door, by the window, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Won't you be peering through there?
No.
How heavy is that? Burn the journal. Burn Tom Riddle's diary.
See it. There you go. An idea about the limitations of their strength.
Yeah. That is disgusting. Why would that kill him? Oh, is it? Where'd the chick go? Okay. Ugh, that is a disturbing thing to see. Your ass would be able to get loose and get that. Is that why all the hair was turning to ash? Is she gonna turn normal now? Because that'd be nuts. Well, this is a terrible thing, Zach. It's a terrible thing. Oh shit. Oh, cool. Like some of the visual effects.
Mm-hmm.
Always interesting to see kind of, that's disgusting. Because that's practical right there.
Mm-hmm. Squishy.
Yep. Ugh, it's like fat.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if this happened to like my girlfriend and my friends in real life, I saw it, it just... Really? What is going on? This is fucked up. Really? Your ass still wants that? I know you said there's some back and forth with the rights, but I just wonder what kind of person he is by the time of the show, you know? Birds chirping is always a good sign, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
Always. That cabin looks the size of this place from the outside, doesn't it?
It was bigger than this. Look at the man door.
Yeah, because it goes back longer. It goes back farther.
Yeah.
We know he gets out of it. The after credit scene?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Special makeup effects, just not a department, just Tom.
Yep.
Oh, Tommy.
Old Tom, yeah. They kept it pretty slim. I think all the cast and crew members are pretty much all friends.
Mm-hmm.
Of friends, you know what I mean? Friends and family, especially the crew members.
Yeah.
Well, what did you think?
I'll tell you what. Well, I mean, it's not the type of movie that I go for. I get why it's certainly talked about a lot. I think the movie functioned real well when it started to delve into like psychological.
Yeah, when he started
paranoia.
Because you notice how the shots started to change.
Yeah, they become close up, and I think he starts
was starting to lose his shit.
Yeah, and then I think when it leans on his ability to show that his character's unwinding, then it felt like the movie. It almost felt like a different movie in that respect, because I think that the shots became better. Like they became more focused on him, and they had like the weird lens where.
Well, this movie was shot
over
a long period of time.
Yeah,
and you mentioned the scene where after he cuts Linda's head off, and the blood's spraying all over his face, and then he gets up and there's nothing there.
Yeah,
it's because that was shot later.
Oh, okay.
So it was
Damn.
it was a good catch.
There were slight inconsistencies I saw in the blood a few times. That was like the big one. There was actually a scene where it was after that scene where he didn't have it on, and then later on there's a shot where he had more blood on. So, and then he didn't have it on.
Yeah.
So maybe he wiped it off in between shots.
There's just the inconsistencies between over time with this, because it wasn't just they did have to go and stay at this cabin several times during the production.
Yeah.
And they didn't have running water.
Oh, that's fine.
A lot of them would go days without showering.
Oh.
A lot of them got sick. By the end of it, it was cold. They were burning furniture to stay warm.
Damn.
So the production of the film was pretty gruesome.
Well, that's always a nice little historical tidbits of how a film is made, and
well,
when you see little inconsistencies, I'm not gonna say the word you say where it's charming, but I like it. I like talking about it. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing too is this site. A lot of people would trespass and go and look at this cabin.
Yeah.
Go to it, on account after the movie.
Yeah.
Were made. Well, I think it was burned down at some point by drunken trespassers. Then now the chimney is pretty much the only thing left standing.
It's in Tennessee?
Yeah. Morristown, Tennessee. And so now trespassers go up there and they'll steal like stones from the chimney as a memento.
That'd be cool to have, but I feel bad. You know what I mean? Like you're just it's like take a little
piece. The thing is, you'd have to steal it, and then to make it, like, if you die, like, no one's going to know what the fuck that thing is. You'd have to take it to, like, Bruce Campbell and say, well, you signed this. You have to get everyone to sign the fucking rock.
Yeah.
So the scene where they're in the shed, he takes Linda out there.
Yeah.
That was actually edited by Joel Cohen.
Okay.
Of the Coen brothers.
Okay.
One of the effects for this movie, get the mutilating flesh sound, they stabbed at dead chickens.
Oh, really?
And recorded the sound. Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's other things in there too. The Book of the Dead, the idea was actually a reference to some of H.P. Lovecraft's work.
Okay, so that also was also pretty interesting. So, the Book of the Dead, was that supposed to be a Sumerian book, or was that just stuff copied into it? Because, it wouldn't look like that. It looked like some kind of modern leathered book. Like maybe like 100 years old, not like 3,000 years old,
Well, it's bound in human flesh and written in human blood, so...
Okay, well, that changes a little bit,
yeah.
I guess. Well, yeah, that stuff's always interesting. And I was interested in this place as a historical... as like evil being bound to this place, but it was bound to that journal. And no matter where that journal would be, it would have the same effect, essentially, then, right? And then, but when you burn the journal, then you're good.
See,
but the
beginning of this, where this movie starts, the lore has not been like set in stone yet.
So they did some
rewrites.
As
the work continues and progresses, the lore shifts.
Okay.
And the law becomes a little more established as far as how these things operate.
Yeah.
Their limitations, why they're there. The movies don't do. I mean, the show has had years to turn around and they can come up with lore.
Yeah, and pick little things from each movie.
Little things and then come back and say, okay, this is why, and explore that lore a lot more and flesh it out. So
I like it.
It does.
I think it's kind of cool.
The show, for me, is what I'm really excited to get you to, because from beginning to end, that is one show. It delivers on its promise
Mhm.
for what it is. It doesn't try to be anything but what it is.
Yeah.
And it begins so well and it ends so well.
Okay.
And you don't have very many shows that begin and end
Yeah.
well.
The Strain.
The Strain is
Lost.
one. Ash vs. Evil Dead is one.
Yeah.
The Strain is one. I didn't finish Lost.
Black Sails.
Black Sails ends well.
Yeah.
So it's got some bumps in the road for me, but
Mhm.
I think overall it ends well. What did you think, though, overall?
No, I really liked it as a fan of film and historical film. Like I think it's a nice treasure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's not something I'd seek. I just don't like scary movies.
Mhm.
But it was interesting to me when we started seeing the practical effects.
Mhm.
And you know, there's a lot of good practical effects in horror still. But I think seeing something kind of in its more in its infancy, and I know horror's been around for a long time. We had I can't remember what they're called, with the classic horror movies with the werewolf and Frankenstein. Like they use some good effects.
Like you have the old Hammer films. You have the old, was that MGM Studios or the
Yeah, and
Universal?
Yeah.
Universal Monsters.
But this is a guy who probably had a dream, and he had his buddy do it, and you know, and I admire that, and it just goes to show it's inspiring as a filmmaker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you think about how
I imagine Tarantino would love something like this. He likes things like that. He loves it.
those two were childhood friends, Sam and Bruce.
Yeah.
And they grew up making small little projects together.
That's so cool.
And
That's so cool.
on,
Yeah. It's kind of like what we kind of did a little bit.
Because actually Sam Raimi turned 20 when this movie, I think either when they finished production or when it released or something like
Bruce
that.
Campbell looks a little older than 20.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe like 25. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know. He's also really, really fucking tall.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's like 6'4", 6'5".
He's that tall?
Yeah.
He didn't look that tall when I saw him, but he was also an old man. And he was sitting down when I saw him.
Yeah.
He looked like just a little guy behind a table. Not little, but like, you know, like our height.
I'm pretty sure he's
okay,
like maybe like 6'3", but I thought he was like, oh, look it up.
Okay, we can do that now.
I was wrong. He's only 6'1". He's my height.
Yeah,
we're both taller than you.
He's both taller than me. I don't know if he is now. He's shrunk.
I thought he was 6 taller than that. I don't know why. Either way.
No, so I'm just trying to go into the plot. I mean, we got to get our characters here, and probably one thing that they're excited about as the writers, or Sam Raimi essentially is just probably the writer, director, producer, is like, let's get to like the demon stuff and all the other stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, you build up to that part. You can tell more effort was put into that portion of the film.
Yeah.
And at least from a viewer's standpoint, I could see it being, or maybe even from a creator's standpoint, I could see it being boring in the beginning when you're making this kind of thing.
It's
like you're laying the stonework,
Yeah.
like the pavement,
Yeah.
groundwork, what have you, to get to where you really want to be.
Yeah, but you also, you have to take time in building the beginning, because we got to make these characters someone we can root for. You know, we don't want to see teenager or 20-something-year-olds die terrible deaths.
Well, it's an indie film that has the charm of an indie film and makes a big splash.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly started, Bruce Campbell, like the reverence I have is different for the different reason than one you have. Like, I haven't seen any of his stuff except Burn Notice, and that's like my top 10 favorite shows. Might be top 5.
I mean, you got the Evil Dead series. He's Bubba Hotep. He's been small roles.
I don't know who that is.
Bubba Hotep is a movie.
Oh.
He plays Elvis in Bubba Hotep.
Okay.
It's a movie we should watch sometime.
Okay.
Well, the priority's on Evil Dead right now.
So in terms of all the characters together, so we had a guy and a girl dating, 2 pairs of a guy and a girl dating. Then we had one of the guy's sister. And, if they're in college, dude, she might have been younger too, which would be kind of even shittier. The thing to me when I was watching it is like when I watch horror, especially, probably more horror than anything else, I more put myself in the feet of the character, in the shoes of the characters, and I'm always thinking.
Well, it's like when he's getting his leg fucking torn up.
Yeah, it's just
you could feel it.
I feel like I also feel like there's like a fight or flight response where I'm not saying I wouldn't be dead, like one of the first people dead in this movie, but I feel like I would react in a different way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to ask, what do you think we would do? Like if we were...
Well, I think if anyone had a hold of us the way some of these people got a hold of, I feel like we would have gotten away.
Yeah.
Just because, like when Sam Raimi was tussling with someone with his foot, I mean, he would have got away. Yeah. Now, the other guy who had a hold of him, I don't know. I mean, it's the guy isn't in the cellar or whatever else. And when he was trying to get the book, one guy had a hold of his leg. I almost felt like he could have rolled back, fucking dealt with him, or try to wrestle away a different
roll
way.
away from the damn. Which I mean, I guess you're trying to get to the damn book and not string. You know, one's trying to beat you with a fucking fire poker.
And I absolutely wouldn't go near any window.
Yeah.
Like at all, or the door, and I wouldn't lean against the door like this.
I guess, but at that point, you got to think of a young, hysterical.
Well, like when I was young, I was a paranoid man. I believed in things that probably don't exist.
Yeah.
And at 12 years old, I would have not gone near any door or window. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And but you know, getting back to the kids going there, I just feel like I wouldn't want to go to a place like that. You know what I mean? I knew they had to get them there, and that was the story.
Well, you think about all these people that go out and these, you know, take their women out remote places.
Yeah, I guess I was always trying to. I mean, okay, I have gone camping with some girls before, but when I was a little older, like not even much older, but a little older, I was trying to rent I've been to some cabins in some woods. They've always been like really nice.
Yeah.
But isolated, you know. That place looks like a hunter's, like kind of a hunter's shed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as much it looks like a very someone's indulged a shed for a while, made it bigger.
Yeah.
And put some windows in it. It looks like it slapped some paint on the inside and called it good.
I also would have liked. I wonder when they were thinking of like, what does this basement look like? I wonder what they were thinking. Like, oh, we're not going to show the whole basement. We just got to get it from here to like that little table.
Mm-hmm.
But like then later he goes through it and there's like a little film projector.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering I wonder if that was always planned or if they added in for effect later on. It just production wise, I'm just wondering about that because that basement would be huge. It'd be like the whole.
And you think about the same size, roughly, as at least one portion of the cabin.
Yeah.
Maybe with the more or less like a dirt cellar. I mean, it's not even.
Yeah.
It's kind of dug out.
Yeah.
How it looks. I know
And I'll tell you what. Like when anyone in a situation, think if you're in that situation and you heard someone scream, would you keep sitting on that couch? Like your buddy would go check it out? Like no, you go with them.
I don't think I would just sit there.
So like I was like,
my first instinct would just be like, unless he could be out of it,
starting to go. Yeah.
So you notice how he's reacting in a lot of the other scenes. He's just standing there at the axe, like frozen.
Yeah.
And didn't know how to respond.
I think I'm like a fight guy instead of a flight guy. Well, I think I'm a fight or flight guy, and I'm running or I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I would.
It's circumstantial.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have ran. I might have ran early on, like, but not like once things started happening.
Yeah.
And like when my friend showed up all battered and appeared to be raped, I would at the very least, I would have thought that someone raped her, and she's just fucking going nuts.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I mean, I the last thing I would think is something demonic, personally.
Yeah.
But I would not have like, oh, you know, trees don't come alive. You know what I mean?
Come alive, just go to bed. You'll be okay.
Yeah, and I would not have anyone be sleeping in separate rooms.
No. At that point, especially if you just considered like something got her or someone.
Yeah.
Why would you put a
like
woman
that one
alone?
guy's friend was like, they were in that little side room with the huge window.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't like. I'm 36 and. When I'm like walking by in my cabin when everyone's asleep and the window is like in my kitchen, like you can't see anything, I'm always thinking like, I wonder if someone's looking at me. Like it used to terrify me, it doesn't terrify me anymore.
Yeah.
But the thought is still there.
Yeah. You still wonder. It's still an egress into.
Yeah. Well, I think it just comes from our evolution throughout history, like being scared of things in the dark.
Yeah, 'cause fucking things eat you.
Yeah. So it's just
you're running around a bunch of goddamn Neanderthals and. You know, which we didn't evolve from, I guess. But, you know, just the idea of Paleolithic man.
Well, yeah, and I don't know how I feel about evolution.
Goddamn saber-toothed tigers and shit coming and eating your ass.
Yeah, or at the time,
we didn't evolve, though. Like, aren't they saying now they think it was just another branch of...
Well, I thought Homo erectus was a common ancestor of Neanderthal and Homo sapien. But,
okay.
But I could be... Yeah, I don't even know how I feel about that personally.
Either way, I mean...
But there are... But, you know, Neanderthals were essentially human.
Yeah.
And we bred with them. We know that for sure. And we bred with other things. There's also the idea that, you know, Neanderthals used to kill males and slave and take women, you know? And we know that because we know a lot more Neanderthal males bred with Homo sapien females. Not instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
Which, like, I keep thinking, well, that couldn't have been something that happened like a happy union.
No.
So you just know how things were back then. Like, and they were bigger and stronger than us.
They were violent. And horrible back then.
We know they also practiced cannibalism too sometimes, rarely. But they also, yeah, sometimes. They also had technology. They also had tools. They also buried their dead with their head facing north. They also played instruments on a pentatonic scale, which is like antlers.
Yeah.
They had little pouches that they put like ground up powder in. They used for makeup. Or I mean, they could have used it for anything.
Nice for these fucking raping cannibals, man. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, there was a book about it, and I actually wanted to show you sometime.
Show me, but right now about the movie, they actually during the production of this film, they told you about how it kind of was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And from the cast and crew, well, like Campbell was like running through the woods and cut his leg at one point, and fucking Raimi would like poke it with a stick, trying to get him. Kind of like when I told you the story about Jack Nicholson being fed cheese sandwiches all the time by Stanley Kubrick to keep him in an agitated, shitty mood because Jack Nicholson hates cheese sandwiches.
You told me that, yeah.
And so it's kind of the same idea. He's trying to agitate him.
Huh, okay.
Keep him in an agitated state. But these films, going from this to the next, there was, like I was telling you, that there are a lot of, I don't know if it's necessarily distribution rights or whatever rights are to the films, but there's a beef there. So,
okay.
Going into the next film, there's a lot of retconning.
Okay.
And by the time the series comes out, I mean, it's more or less following the second one, because this is kind of...
Okay.
Well, we talked about how the campiness starts to kind of override the classic horror feel, because this movie in of itself is more of a classic horror film.
Yes.
And it doesn't have any of the campy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you could laugh at the effects and like kind of how they can be goofy sometimes.
Yeah.
And how things are drawn out and shit. But
yeah, but it's not intended to be.
It's not intended to be.
Yeah.
And they capitalize on that, though. It does work out well for them. It pays off, I think, because we talked about how Bruce Campbell, how he delivers, and
yeah,
maybe the effect of their relationship and how they chose to write and how they made the movie. You know, they all kind of just bloomed into what it was naturally, and
yeah,
it really does capitalize on that as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine, like, I know he doesn't. I mean, like I said, like something attacks them in the end. They might not have ever intended like to make more, but they might not have known that it was going to be so successful. So they,
yeah,
they can do whatever they want, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad he went on to do it. I don't really have any complaints about how things went down because, like I said, that series.
Yeah, I'm really interested in the series. I'm actually interested in the second one, how it's so much different. I had this memory of being at my cousin Chris's house, and there were people. There were like these. I mean, it was like an Evil Dead or Army of Darkness or something. I remember some kind of cabin house thing, and weird things like this. It could have been this movie. I also clearly remember like eyeballs popping out or something. I don't know.
Okay.
You know, is anything ringing a bell?
Yeah.
So like I have imagery, and I'm talking like 5 years old, 5 or 6 years old. I remember like thinking this.
You have to think these came out in the 80s. So.
Yeah. No, I liked it. It's not something I'd watch. I don't know if I'd watch it again. You know what I mean? But
there's several movies I want to show to get your reaction out of because there are movies I've watched and I'm like, man, this is fucked up. And then,
yeah, it's certainly good for reactions. I appreciate the story and the history, and
I'm kind of infatuated with like the Raimi Campbell dynamic and how that grew and became what it was, and it's really cool. They're very salt of the earth people, it seems like, in terms of their perspective.
Yeah,
and it's really cool to see how that's.
And also, I enjoyed. I know, like, if a movie came out now, and it was like a high budget movie, and we saw effects like that, I'd be, what are they doing? You know?
Yeah.
But I thought it was kind of cool. It was cool to see.
Yeah, the stop motion effects.
Yeah, so those look good. I mean, Jurassic Park.
I think Raimi edited those himself. I think he took like hours, of course.
Really? Yeah.
Sit there and stink bug.
Stink fucking bug. I mean, Jurassic Park almost did that, and I heard it looked really good.
But then the guy was arguing with his the guy in charge of their department, visual effects,
and they were doing it secretly, right?
Yeah, and they did it. They went ahead and know what it was. They either finished it secretly or they already had it finished. Gave him the demo. He said he didn't want to showcase it. Then like the producer or somebody was there.
Producer would have been Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, and they just ran it on the computer screen and left it up while she was there.
Yeah.
So she would accidentally see it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it looks incredible. You can't tell it's fake.
It's fucking great.
I mean, it's
I was
dark.
just talking to our buddy's grandpa today about that movie, how impactful it was. He's like, I don't remember a lot of movies, and that movie stands out because of that T-Rex.
Yeah. I've never seen Schindler's List, but I guess those both came out in the same year by Spielberg, which is I know Schindler's List is supposed to be one of his big movies too.
That was probably the one that was more of the heart, and the other one's all the fun.
Yeah.
Like the Jurassic Park, you can just fucking send that through.
Yeah.
Not that it would be easy to make or that it's any less of a movie.
Yeah. It's just like they're two different types of movies. Yeah. I mean,
where I'm at with this, I'm trying to get some traction under Shane's feet to get to the series. So I want to get him through Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, even though it doesn't technically apply. But this man has not really been blessed with all this Bruce Campbell material, and I'm trying to spread the gospel. So
well, I love Bruce Campbell. It was odd seeing him so young, and he sounds so much different. And he just, he's younger than us, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and Bruce in Burn Notice, he's so, I won't say he's fatherly, like because he's kind of like a hound dog in that, or horn dog, I should say. But he's so great in Burn Notice, and so such a lovable character. Yeah. Like he's got your back. He's loyal.
Well, that's
he's
the
fun.
Idea. It's an idea of his characters that he normally plays, at least in these extended roles, as Ash Williams, as I'm assuming
Ashley Williams. That's his name.
Yeah.
That's the name of the love interest in Mass Effect.
Well, I don't know if they must have fucking ripped it.
I'm sure they did. Yeah.
But
well, look forward to it, guys. Hey, if you don't want to wait, first of all, just like this video, subscribe, check us out on Patreon. Make sure you check out the full-length uncut reaction, and wait around for the second one because it's coming. Might already be filmed by the time you see this. Much love, right here.